Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to have some Division 16 online ranked gameplay in the lightweight division using, in my opinion, the pound for pound #1 in the world right now. That is none other than Islam Makhachev, and Islam's nothing short of phenomenal. Definitely #1 in my opinion, followed up closely by Alex Pereira, and then third with John Jones. Obviously I think in the overall debate the GOAT is John Jones, but as of right now, Islam is phenomenal, taking the hardest fights he can, proving to be an absolute beautiful martial artist. He can stand with the very best. He is the very best grappler in the division, and just the evolution in his striking has been beautiful to watch. His fight IQ is nothing short of phenomenal. And I think he has that dog in him as well. I think to be at this level that he is, being the world champion, that he's obviously got that dog. But it was good to see with Dustin. I mean, the slips he was doing in the uppercut to the body was nothing short of sensational. But nevertheless, we've got some Islam gameplay here, and like I said, I believe he's #1 when it comes to pound for pound in the world right now. I believe that's a statement that a lot of people agree with. But shout out to Sobmar4021 who commented on my last video to use Islam. This was definitely in the pipeline, but as I say, whenever you guys make comments and suggestions to use particular fighters, I will look to do so. Hopefully upload some of my own grappling footage soon as well, as I think some of you may like to see it. Still cautious on it, still 50-50 I'm but it is something that I'll probably look to do. The guy that does my thumbnail, shout out to Grapplurr, link to his Twitter in the description. He's watched the fights, he thinks I definitely should upload them, so we'll see. Potentially that's something we'll do down the line, but nevertheless, bringing that back into the gameplay here, you'll see that end up getting the cage takedown, which I still don't believe a lot of people online utilise in the best way they could. Cage takedowns are extremely high percentage takedowns. You're going to need a very good player to deny a majority of the takedowns. I'm not on about just the standard, single, putting them, dragging them down, getting them as a half guard, or even the back to suplex into side control, hopping on their back, the trips. There's a lot of different things you can get from that cage position that I believe a lot of the player base aren't taking advantage of. And for me personally, it's all about being efficient with stamina. Stamina is the most crucial thing that I look at, even in 3-round fights, because that's what preps me for the 5. I'm always looking at my stamina. So not only is it the best takedowns in my opinion for stamina, but in terms of risk to reward ratio, I also think it's the best, which is why you'll see that I often look to get the cage side takedowns. And interestingly, you'll see that I didn't shoot for a single or a double off the bat. You don't really need to with Islam, although you'd be very naive not to look to grapple with him just because there's a distinct advantage there. However, my opponent was doing the necessary things. He was pressing, pushing forward, and when you're against the grappler, what you want to do is get as much damage as you can on the feet and push the pace and make them forced to shoot takedowns, because then you'll be denying at will and it will be all under your watch. Ultimately, you'll be draining their stamina whilst whittling away their health, so it's a win-win. But here is something that I often like to do towards the end of the round whenever I'm trying to grapple someone, is I obviously knew that I wasn't going to get the submission there because it was the first submission I'm going for and he'll get that last-ditch submission escape. But what I've done there is sort of whittle away that last-ditch submission escape. So moving forward to the next round, when I do go for a submission, he does have low stamina and I can lock it in. It will be a lot easier to finish. And this is how I use Islam just across all of my online fights. You'll see here very well timed takedown as he was throwing that jab. But with Islam being southpaw, obviously I like to use that back leg, that left leg a lot to kick. This is something that obviously he does utilise in real life, other than the Dustin fight where he had the infection, which again I think did cause some issues for him, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, he persevered and ended up winning. But yes, as I was saying, I like to use the kicks, whether that's leg kicks or high kicks. Often not, it's the high kicks to catch people off guard, but just be cautious when throwing them because you are leaving yourself vulnerable. But you'll see that it's the timing of the takedowns that you really want to implement and have, a good way of getting to that leg and securing the takedowns. Even if you end up bailing and just push them towards the clinch or getting their back, obviously don't spam it. But if that is something you can look to do it, because Islam's is just phenomenal. His top game is absolutely unreal, and there's nowhere I don't feel comfortable using him on the ground, even off his back. But he shines when he's on top. You can see here 2 denies in a row. Go for one of my favourite subs in real life, the arm triangle. And here you'll see it's very similar to what happened in the last round. I get the deny and I lock in the submission, but this time unfortunately for Justin, he doesn't have anything left. But yes, just thought I'd get this video uploaded for you guys, because although these will be 2 short gameplay clips, this is exactly how I use Islam when I'm fighting. Even if it's a 5-round fight, it's the exact same procedure. So we're coming up against Max Holloway here. The best is blessed, and normally when you're coming up against Max, for some reason, you'll get a lot of knees and elbows, people trying to utilise the doctor stoppages. You'll get a lot of spinning kicks, and it can be extremely annoying. But again, get him straight to the ground, and once he's here, he's in my world, and take him into deep waters and look to finish the fight. So just remain calm, look to deny, and side control is still a very, very dominant position. I think a couple seasons ago it might have been a bit broken when it came to the reaction times and factors such as that. However, if you've got a dominant side control and using someone like Islam that has all the relevant stats to be even better there, you will have a very, very, very high success rate in online fights, as long as you don't deviate away from your game plan, do what you need to do, and grind out those finishes. And that's exactly what I've been doing this season. I'm enjoying the game again, and my grappling feels like it's getting back to where it used to be. Obviously still some things I need to pick up on, but overall controlling fights, doing well. I think I'm about 42-10 or 42-11 with 1 draw, something along those lines. So not doing too bad this season. Again, the doctor stoppages I'm not a big fan of, because I've lost, I think, 4 fights like that now, and a lot of the time I don't agree with the stoppages. However, I understand why they implemented it in the game. But yes, this is exactly how I use Islam. Just constant denying and looking for the submissions or ground the pound, because ground the pound this year can do a lot of damage, and Islam definitely does have the stats for it. But I thought I'd get this video in. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to upload more consistently like I once was, but I am flying to Milan this weekend, which is why I'm recording this voiceover sort of as quickly as I can, hopefully doing it in one take. As you see, I finished the fight there. But whilst this is playing out and leading up to the Dana putting the belt around my waist, I just want to say an absolute huge thank you to you guys for all the support on the comeback video, and just the support in general. A lot of you guys still comment on my older videos, liking, sharing, and I really do appreciate that. So if you did like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more UFC 5 content, and any content suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Always happy to read through. I always read all the comments, and I'll get around to working on those. But in the meantime, stay safe. See you guys next time.